Hey everybody, this is Tanya from Crescent Moon Acres. It's been a while since I made a video. So today I am making mustard greens. I have been planting this stuff for a couple years, and look at how big they are. Ooh, some of them are huge. So, and I've never had them before. I dehydrated them and put them away in mason jars and stuff, but today I decided, instead of giving them to all to my animals, I went out there and I picked quite a few. I mean, look at these gorgeous leaves. So, found a recipe on the internet, and I'm going to try to follow it. Right now I am caramelizing my onions, because everybody in my family knows how much I love onions. Not really. Anyway, so I will eat them when they're caramelized. So that's what I'm doing right now. And in the meantime, the recipe tells me to take off the lettuce, or the leaves off the big stems. Now, I went out there when I was picking them, and I chewed down on the stem. I didn't think it was that bad. So, I think it's pretty good. So, I'm going to leave some of the stems, but, or I might cook them, who knows, I might even put them in my turkey soup, I don't know. But right now I'm going to take them off, leave the smaller part of the stems on there, and then just break up the leaves. So, while my onions are caramelizing. See? They're caramelizing. I'm going to do it slow so I can rip up all these leaves. And they're telling me to rip them up in big pieces. I'm going to rinse out my sink. Because I already rinsed off the mustard leaves. Got all the bugs and all the other stuff in it, so now I'm just going to start tearing these leaves apart while I'm stirring my onions. So anyway, I took a tablespoon, maybe a little bit more than a tablespoon of olive oil, which I love too. Not really. But I got it, I might as well use it. So I'm taking the leaves and I'm ripping them up in big pieces, so they say. And the bigger ones, definitely ripping them up. Putting them in the bowl. Some of the stalks I'm leaving on, and like the smaller pieces of the stalks I'll leave on. And start ripping them up and putting them in the bowl. And stirring my onions so they don't burn. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm going to move you over here, that way you can see what I'm doing here. So I got, and then there's some brown stuff on the edges, and take them off. Yeah, we don't want them on there. And I rinsed them off really well. So I'm just going to pull most of it from the stalk. And it says just tear them off in big chunks. Smaller leaves. Just do smaller chunks. So I'm going to do that. Also, a little update on the farm. I'm getting the greenhouse all ready, and I'm starting to build my aquaponics system. I have a 300-gallon stock tank in there already, and went to the recycling center, because Blake and we don't drink soft drinks too much. So I asked them if I could have some 2-liter bottles, you know, soft drinks or whatever, clear ones. And they asked me what I was doing with it, and I said I'm doing an aquaponics system. So Yeah, they just said we want to make sure that whatever I don't use that I bring back to them, because we don't want the plastic in the landfill. So please do your environment a favor and recycle. Recycle as much as you can, so that way we can save our environment. Now let me go and stir these onions again. I'm going to turn these down a little bit. The onions are getting caramelized, or they're turning brown or whatever, but well, I'm getting all these leaves ready. I don't know, I got some really nice leaves out there. The rabbits seem to like them. Yeah, I'm going to go to the animals. See this big fat stalk? I'm going to remove the leaf. In fact, I'm not even going to use that side, because it looks a little iffy to me. So I'll put that aside. I said the animals will eat them. The goats eat them. The rabbits eat them. They love them. Cow eats them. And this is how I give back to my farm. Whatever I don't use, the animals will use. And then the animals in return will give me my fertilizer. All my fertilizer. And that's what I use to grow these gorgeous leaves. And then the fruits and vegetables. And they're all fertilized with for my animals. So as I was saying, I'm getting the greenhouse ready and doing my aquaponics. I'm waiting for a few things to come in the mail, because for some reason I can't find them in the stores. Whatever tools that I need or supplies that I need for my project. But I mean, that's the way people are doing it these days, and I hate it. I wish I could just go to the store and find what I need, but that's not the case. So just ripping all these up, and I'm leaving some of the stalks on. I got the small tender leaves. Not bad. Actually, I like it. Pretty good. I wonder if I can make a salad out of it. Anyway. So now that I got all my leaves ripped up, some of the leaves got stuck in my throat. Not good. This stalk's a little iffy, so. Okay. Now we got them all ripped up in big chunks like the recipe says. And my onions, I guess they're caramelizing. Is that caramelizing? It looks good. I'll eat them like this. So what I'm going to do is take some garlic, because I'm just starting to grow them. And look at my garlic. I just put them in water and they're starting to grow little roots. And I'm going to probably plant them in a pot. And I got some of them already outside. I got some of them outside planted in the raised bed right now. Alright. So then it says take some garlic. And I love me some garlic, so you know there's going to be a lot in there. So I'm going to take about 3 tablespoons of garlic. Keeps the vampires away. see if I can bring this down a little bit so you can see what I'm cooking. Anyway, so there's that. And I'm going to cook this just a tiny bit. Just get it fragrant. I mean, I can smell it already. I don't know how fragrant the recipe wants it, but it's fragrant. Like I said, normally I would use the garlic out in my garden, but right now it's growing, so I'll have to use it from the jar that I had put aside. Unfortunately, I had to use bottled garlic. Anyway, so that's ready now. So then it says start putting the leaves in and use a little bit of chicken broth. I haven't put the whole thing in. I got a lot of leaves. And just start adding the leaves in. Not all at once. You want to add them in a little bit at a time, I guess, so they can shrink. So, I'm putting them in the pan. Then we're going to cook this down. In the onions and the garlic and the chicken broth. And then you just add salt and pepper to taste. And then we're going to see, there's a brown spot on that one. We're going to see how they taste and see if I like them. If I like them, I'm going to be eating them all the time. I'm going to see what else I can make with them. But this is a nice, I guess I could put in the chicken broth in. Maybe it's not all vegetarian, but there's really no meat in it. So I guess my vegetarian friends can do this and make them some mustard greens with the with the chicken broth. I don't know if chicken broth is real chicken anyway, but anyway, so this would be like a good semi-vegan, I guess, but I mean it's all vegetables. Onions, garlic, mustard greens, salt and pepper. And that's all they say to put into this one. There was another one that had, you can add balsamic vinegar to it after you're done cooking the leaves down. So, and that's it. We're going to stir it up. And when it's done, I will do a part 2 and let you know how my mustard greens turned out. So, like, subscribe, use that little alert button, and comment. Let me know what you think about my mustard greens. So, until then, see you on part 2. Have a blessed day.